What's up, guys? Not sure if my stream is lagging. I think it may be lagging. Not sure. You take a break and then you completely forget how Twitch works. Cool, so I decided to paint something a little bit smaller this time. It's still huge, it's an ogre. But after finishing up my bust, let's do this. Yeah, so I finished him up. Pretty happy with it. There's a small chance I might still actually do a backdrop for him. But yeah, pretty stoked how it came out for my first bust. It was super fun. The Archvillain games. So yeah, the plan is to maybe work on this Ogre Tyrant tonight. I've got a whole Ogre army I'm busy working on. And yeah, so the plan with him is to actually paint this in true metallic metals, not non-metallic. Just because that's the look I'm going with for the rest of the army. You can see an Ogre that I've done before for my color palette. It's very muted. He still needs a lot more work, but it's to kind of get the base look down, you know, very pale skin, pale everything, and then he'll get like, this is from the Blood Gullet army, so the signature look of the Blood Gullets is they're always covered in fresh blood. So I thought a nice muted tone with fresh blood would be a nice contrast. Yeah. Quite happy with how the skull came out. It's going to feel weird painting something that scale after that bust. So much space to work with, and now it's tiny again. Also have him in pieces to make it a bit easier to paint. What else did I leave separate? I'm not sure. I think that's about it. Feels like a shoulder plate separate. Don't want to force something that's been glued down. Okay, yeah. Those are all the bits. Getting chili babies. Oh, that looks like a chili zombie. I got this Negro Gold from, I don't even know what the real name is. Which one's the Spanish, which one's the English name? Necro Gold. So we want to try this out for him. And then I really like this gunmetal. So the style of true metallic metal painting I'll be doing is kind of still working with different tones. So I'll start with really dark metallics, build up to lighter metallics, quite a range. Trying to decide what part to start with. Not sure. Just gonna move my mic up just a bit in the way of my arm. Yeah, and then in terms of the rest of it, I'm not really sure. I think my first step is just actually going and work on the skin tone. I like to finish off the skin tone first, and if that's good, then I know I can focus on the rest. Oh, I just have a color here that I need. So just raw cast flesh, which is quite a nice pale skin tone. And then I've done some of the airbrush work, but I really need to push that contrast a bit. So what I'm thinking is a nice deep skin tone. Orange brown, nope, that's the wrong one. I was thinking about actually trying out beige red mixed with a bit of dark sea blue. So yeah, the plan is to, for now, just consistently do a Monday night stream around this time. Oh, I can never get this one open. The chat is quite quiet tonight. Everybody lurking. That's okay. Grot's a great place to lurk. Just drinking some tea. And then a little bit of ivory. Hey, celery. What does that O symbol mean? What does it mean? Ah, cool. Wave. I'm poorly educated on I don't even know what you call it. Okay, sorry, slow start tonight. It's how we like it, isn't it? Cool, so this is an Ogre from Games Workshop. It's a Tyrant. So yeah, I'm busy with the whole Ogre army. It's pretty much it looks like assembled. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I like my overlays too. I'm struggling with the camera a bit. My color seems off. It seems very green and faded, but that's fine. I'll fix it somehow. I think it's my camera's actual color profile is a bit on the green side. I need a deeper red in here. Yeah, it's weird. For some reason my LUT's not changing, so when I apply the LUT, it's not really doing anything. So I'm shooting on a black magic camera, and normally there's a LUT I use that gives it like perfect color correction, but for some reason in OBS, my LUT's not doing anything. I don't know if I'm missing something. Could be. I did not. Is that the solution? Huh, that's interesting and strange. Cool, thanks, that'll help a lot. I had no idea that's how OBS reads it. It's the first time I've ever encountered that. Thanks, that's super helpful. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I had to fail at like 3 different streams before I could figure out how to do my audio properly as well. I got that sorted out. So my angle on the camera's a bit off. I see I'm gonna have to move it a bit more over my shoulder so I'm not kind of painting into the shadows the whole time. Yeah, I was definitely doing a bit of a green tinge. What are you working on at the moment, Celery? Oh, cool. Yeah, I actually bought the Blood Bowl starter box last year. It's still in its original plastic. I haven't even unwrapped it and opened it up. It's a really cool game, and really, really cool models. Are you doing a lot of commission work? Oh, nice. So I mean, I had a lot of fun with my bust. It was great to have all that space to work with, but the smaller scale is definitely my comfort zone. You kind of get used to like the results of a brush stroke. When on my base, on the bust, I just felt like I would do things and not get anywhere. I had to like use so much more paint and so many more brush strokes. But it was really fun. It was a bit more forgiving with in terms of mistakes, which I enjoyed. Oh, this camera's really green. It's so weird. I think I should maybe also just drop my exposure down a smidge. That's a bit better. Thanks so much. Yeah, it was so tricky. Like, close to the end, I was like, man, it's just not coming together. Even though I knew I was planning the red light effect, I was so worried that like it looked a bit boring. And as soon as I added that red, I was like, ah. Like relief, it worked. And then what I did was also from the main light catching him on the other side of his face. Yeah, I see. It's so freaking weird. I wonder if I can fix this now. Wait, let's see. No, I'm gonna have to follow the video to know how to do the PNG method. Pity. I don't know if you can see the palette, like it's, I mean, it's close. This is this beige red from Vallejo, so if you know what that looks like, you see it's definitely a lot more desaturated. Even my lighting feels off tonight. But hey, if I don't just try, I'm never going to stream. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but even just joining the Discord's got me painting a lot more than usual, which is great. I think I reached a point where it felt like, why put so much effort into this if it doesn't get appreciated? And then when I joined the Discord, it was so cool to see how many people do actually value this hobby, and yeah, definitely gave me a bit of a sense of I don't know what you call it. Just made me got me excited again. Some really passionate peeps on the passionate and talented. I think it goes hand in hand. It's weird how the more passionate you are about something, the more talented you seem to get. So maybe it's just practice. I think I just need to sketch in some highlights to know how far I want to push the contrast on this dude. Hey, Madness. More. How's the printing going, Madness? You keeping up? Man, I really feel like this camera's just not showing any of the warm tones. Yeah, I guess it's tough trying to be, I mean, you can only work as fast as your printer can print. And it seems like the demand's ever growing. Oh, so the Archvillain Games reached out to me asking for that video I made, so they can add it to their feed. So you're gonna get your print featured on Archvillain's page. Yes, I mean my color tone is very cold for these guys. They like you see them in person, they are very cold and grey, but it's definitely giving a weird greenish tinge and losing the reds and the warm tones. It's bizarre. I feel like I'm procrastinating on this skin. I'm literally just going back and forth. Too scared to commit. Becoming famous these days. Not there yet. Not there yet. One day we will all become famous in the mini painting community, which will still be not massive. Yes, this looks just grey. Frick, that's weird. That's the irony. Paint this chest piece, and when you put the head on, just you don't even see any of it. Let me not overly work that area then. Hey the Erox Minis, how are you doing? I'm glad you were too late. Sorry. I've got enough anxiety today. Yeah, I'm just apologizing for the weird colors I'm getting. I loaded my LUT wrong, but Celery, let me know that you actually need to load a PNG to load your LUT correctly. Given this came out a little bit weird, well, it's coming out weird on the camera. Yeah, that's a. Do you want to see some more? Wait, let's go a bit wider. Here we go. See, I don't know, I'm still on the fence if I want to do a backdrop, because I feel like with the lighting I have on here, it's just, it feels like you can give it such a cool setting. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was a super fun paint. Yeah, printed by Madness. Thanks so much, man. It's great when you get good quality prints like this. Thanks. Yeah, exactly that, Celery. I was thinking this, you know, like a volcano or something. Um, yeah, I like that idea. I think I should do it. I think it'll work. Do I give up on this chest bit if you're not even going to see it? So then it must happen. It must be done. It is fate. I'm gonna leave that chest area for now. Actually, I want to really get onto those pants. Let's do some pants. Cool. Thanks for checking in, Celery. Thanks. Yeah, raid will be sweet. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to the pants now. Thinking like a brownish greeny kind of look. Oh, I can't reach my black. Another one. What does that mean? Wait, let me check this out. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, okay, so I am the worst at this. I'm still figuring it out, so I do not have alerts yet. But thanks so much for the follow. That's awesome. Much appreciated. I gotta work on my alerts. And yeah, the plan is to at least be up on here streaming every Monday night, and eventually I want to get to 3 streams a week. At least that's the plan. But yeah, really appreciate the follow. So on the pants, I'm actually doing a bit of a wet blend. I like my wet blends because it's quicker than a glaze. Where are you based, Yerox? guessing, if I do my maths, I don't know, Australia? Okay. Tuesday early AM. Taiwan. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. I've never been to Taiwan. So I realize now saying Monday night streaming is not really relevant when you have people tuning in from anywhere in the world. Do any gaming as well, Erox, or was it mostly just painting? Thanks, Madness. Yeah, it's from Games Workshop. It's the Ogor Tyrant. He's pretty cool. I've had 2 games with him and he was brutal. This dude hits like a tank, so you know, I thought he deserves a paint job. Thanks, that's a good tip, Erox. When you have a stream, you usually say whatever time UTC plus 8. Yeah, it's a good way of figuring it out. Thanks for the tip. Nice. Yeah, I do love the painting. I started off just painting. Well, that's why I got into the hobby, because I enjoyed the painting the most. But eventually I started playing more of the systems, and that also became really fun eventually. So, no, play a little, paint a lot. Okay, do you make your own music? That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I've considered doing my own music for my videos, but it's one hobby I've had to kind of not give up, but not really give any attention to. Yeah, so I was also very much involved with music most of my life, and as I got older, it became less of an option for me to spend my time and efforts on. But yeah, I want to check out your stuff. That's always the problem, yeah. I would love to play Dust 1947, but nobody plays it. Yeah, like there's so many cool systems, but if you don't have any support for a system where you live, then, you know, it feels like a waste investing in it. You know, costs money buying the minis, takes time to paint it, and yeah. I know what you mean. I play Mellifo as well, and it's very fluctuating in the player base. You know, sometimes you've got a lot of people interested in it and playing, and then it completely dies off when a new edition launches. So it's tough. But yeah, Dust has some very cool minis. I hear you. Yeah, the most music I do now is just, I still have a guitar lying around in most rooms, but it's, yeah, I barely play at all. I was in a band for about 10 years, for most of my school career and afterwards. But yeah, here in South Africa, most of the really good live music venues also eventually closed down. So it wasn't really much of a lot of venues to actually go play at. And then yeah, as I got older, just kind of lost the need. But I hear where you're coming from. Maybe when I retire one day, I can play again. I still now and then buy music gear for no reason, hoping it'll help me invest time into it. So what kind of music do you make? Madness 3D, what band were you in? So we were called Liberty Valance. It was like a post-hardcore kind of band. Mostly played Pretoria, sometimes Joburg. I'll WhatsApp you a link later to our music video, you can see. We actually opened for Volkov Politica for one of their first, well, I think it was their first Pretoria show they ever played. But yeah, we were never big. We played very small gigs. We were a small, noisy band. It was very fun. Oh, were you in Pretoria? Okay, I remember Firkin. Yeah, the venues we mostly played was Nile Crocodile, Shiva's, Tings. Tings was a cool place. Tobacco, Black Moth, Super Rainbow Fist fighting the Flaming Lips, refereed by Frank Zappa behind a Denny's at 4 AM is probably the best description. That sounds amazing. I want to hear that. I'm Very big Frank Zappa fan. Sounds very cool. Share some links, I want to check it out. Cool, thanks for dropping by, Madness. Good luck with all the printing. Cool, thanks for the link. Check it out. Can't blast it now because it's going to come through on my stream. And then it might mute my video if it's if your music's not royalty free. Thanks. Cool. Well, if I like it, then maybe I'll stream it with the next stream. Oh gosh. Yeah, I just play the royalty-free Spotify playlists. It's alright. It's a bit generic. It's hard to find some really interesting stuff, but this playlist I have now isn't bad. But I'm going to need something new soon. There's 2 EPs and some loose tracks up there. Been stacking on uploading. Awesome. Very excited to check it out. Always keen for some new music. Man, I feel like my camera's just making this look like one big muddy paint job. Can check my Instagram afterwards. I'll post nicer looking whoops on there. Whoops. Smashed my webcam into my palette. I know, and I spent so much time today trying to get this camera looking good, but I have a big window where I work, so I tested everything with daylight today and it ended up looking really good. And as soon as the sun set, now all the settings are out, so I'm gonna have to, after the stream, just I think play around with getting the settings looking right for the time of day that I'll actually be streaming at. It is very frustrating. This is my third stream. Yeah, so I did 2 back-to-back when I first tried it out, just to kind of break the ice and see how it goes, which I enjoyed. I struggled a bit with my bust and the current camera setup I had then. I had to have everything right on my face, so it was very difficult to paint. So I thought, let me just sort out my equipment and everything before I stream again. So yeah, this is my third stream, hence why it's so rusty and I'm so bad at keeping keeping this model in frame. It's fun though, I enjoy it. I definitely paint a lot slower and make mistakes, which is also why I'm painting a model that, you know, this is for tabletop. This is my personal army. Just want it to look cool on the table. It's not like a competition showpiece. So I'm okay with some mistakes. Thanks, man. Yeah, take some time and some practice, I guess. It's a lot about getting comfortable with painting and chatting and getting everything working together. But yeah, it'll get better. At the moment, it's just about doing it and getting the practice in. And definitely better to have people engaging and chatting. That's rad, so thanks. Sort of while I have this brown mixed, I'm just gonna work it into this as well. And the big difference for me is, you know, when I paint normally, I'd mess up quite a lot and it feels okay. You're like, you know, it's part of the process. And often those mistakes turn into really happy accidents. But on a stream, it feels a bit like, man, am I being judged for doing something like a total idiot? It's also something to get used to. Like now, I missed the whole part of those pants. I could have just painted that with the rest of the pants. But it happens. It happens. Definitely gonna have to shift my rig a bit. I keep ending up on the bottom right of frame. Sorry, I had to take a sip of tea, sip of tea. Yeah, so I have to figure out how to set all that up. What I was thinking I should do is just put a little marker here. So if I align that, then my model's in line. Kind of. Yeah, I just need to go through all the cool things you can do on Twitch. Like notifications to help me out. I know Celery uses potato, so potato tells him he's out of frame. Not bad, clever. That's how clever you are. Let's read stuff. That's why I didn't stream the rest of the bust I painted. It was so difficult. I feel like with this scale, it's easier for me to contain it because I don't have to move at too weird an angle. But the bust was giving me such a hard time to stream. Ash's Paints is really good at his busts and always manages to get that part right. So I'll have to ask him for some tips. Looking cool. Very earthy tones, but like I said, the palette for these ogres are muted, and then that splash of stark bright red to contrast with it. I'm trying to decide what to do with this cape at the back. So it's obviously like a kind of, I would think it's a type of leather, but I mean it could be like a cool animal skin as well, so I could always give it a cool pattern. You know, could be the hide of something with like spots or stripes. It's tricky to get a good balance of being zoomed in enough and still being within your natural range of where it's comfortable to paint. Yeah, that is the tricky part. Definitely. What's it like finding supplies in Taiwan for your painting? I know here in SA things get quite pricey. Your third stream looks better than my 10th, so good on you. Ah, thanks so much. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you. I doubt it's like, I think maybe you're just being hard on yourself. Pretty sure. I don't know like what a bad stream is. I guess a bad stream is when your camera completely falls off the tripod, or I don't know, you smash your display cabinet while trying to reach for paint. I don't know. Such a cool model, man. Love the ogres. They're pretty cool. Oh, what do I do with this cape? I don't know. Sorry, I think I'm just breathing heavily into my mic. See, you jinxed me. Just doing those straps on the side. Yeah, I'll eventually make this look like a nice scuffed leather, all sorts of texture and things as they trod through barren wastelands. I feel like ogres just beg to have everything they wear worn out. It's not bad. GW, Mr. Hobby and Vallejo are super easy to get. Standard pricing. AK and MiG are also pretty common. Tamiya too. Pricing is not much more than, say, the States. Okay, cool. Yeah, I must say GW products here are pretty well priced since they subsidize their shipping. And, I mean, it's not hard to find the supplies. We get... Vallejo is very popular here and we have awesome stores stocking it. It just feels like obviously with shipping things end up being quite expensive. Also the rand value in SA is really bad, so that also makes things a bit more expensive. I think it's 16 rand to €1 at the moment. Whereas I think when the euro came in it was half of that. And I went to the States. It only gets really expensive if I have to import something on my own. Shipping costs to Taiwan sticks. Yeah, same here. Our customs are always completely random. You don't know what you're going to pay in customs until it actually gets here. But yeah, I went to the States in, what was it, maybe 7 years ago, and then it was 7 rand to the dollar, and now it's 15. So in 7 years, the rand has halved in value. Yeah, it really really does suck. The Taiwan dollar is doing really well right now. Well, that's awesome. Generally being 30.33 to 33 to $1 that has been about 26 months. Oh, that's fantastic. That's great if it could strengthen that much. It's crazy how these things work. Okay, that skin tone's looking better than... I really should be painting now too. I've been lasering out today. Kind of late to start now though. Yeah, to be honest, when I started the stream, I had zero energy. I was like, man, I committed to streaming tonight and I don't really feel up to it. I'm glad I started though. A lot of time that's the case for me. Like, I kind of forced myself to paint, but then like 10 minutes in, I'm pretty happy that I actually went around and did it. That's the great thing about this hobby, is if you don't feel like doing it, you just don't paint that day. Unless it's your main form of income, then it's... Yeah, sorry, I dropped something. Yeah, if it's your main form of income and you're like a commission painter, then I guess you have to paint when you don't feel like it. What are you painting at the moment? Gear Guts Make Shop affiliate. Oh, nice. Any sense of voucher for us to paint for October, and they are huge models. Well, that sounds pretty awesome. It doesn't sound like it's going to be difficult to feel motivated to paint that. It sounds really cool. Gotta love October. And maybe I should get an orc to paint. I've got goblins, but no orcs. I have a whole Gloomspite army that I have not finished. Where the hell's my handle? Squeak Buggy, cool. Ah, Squeak Buggy is so cool. I really love all the orcs. And then I'm also busy with the Black Templar army, which is fun. Yeah, I really love his stuff a lot, so it's not a chore or anything, just lazy today. Yeah, I hear you. Oh man, it feels good painting some true metallic after doing a whole model with non-metallics. It's just so much quicker. My hand slipped, had to correct there. Gosh, I'm so bad at keeping in frame. Yeah, I bet. I've only done non-metallic metal a couple times. I did a collab video with Essex Boys where we chose a new technique for the others to try. That bastard chose non-metallic metal for me. Yeah, jeez. It is, for me personally, the most challenging thing. It's so tricky because it's not so much like, I mean, the putting paint down is easy, but trying to figure out mentally like where the light would reflect and not reflect, like that's the hard part. You have to like, I don't know, just mentally a tricky thing. It's like metallic surfaces are very difficult to try and imagine as opposed to like matte surfaces, I guess. And if I look at this now, it's like cool, I can see exactly where the highlights would go, that's easy. But if you don't have that base to start off with, so maybe that's a trick. Paint a model completely chrome or metallic, true metallic, take a photo as reference, and then paint on top of that with that reference image. I don't know. I guess the first time actually counted as 2 or 3 times since I repainted so many parts so many times. Yeah, makes sense. It's all just practice. I guess it already does come down to that. Once you've painted a certain shape, once you figure out what the metallic reflections would look like on the shape like that, the next time it's easier. I don't know if you've used this range from Vallejo, the metal color. Some are not great, but the gunmetal's great. I really like the gunmetal. That's what I'm using here. It just gives a nice deep base to start off with, and then you can go in and, you know, with a brighter metallic, you know, bring out your edges with some washes work in there. It's just a really nice base to work with, especially if you're going for like a really dark, grimy, metallic look, which ogres would do. I think I did a fair job for first go. Nice. Yeah, the bust I did, the first, that red OSL effects, the first time I tried it, and same thing, I was like pretty stoked with it as the first attempt. Didn't think it was going to work so well. Gunmetal and Dural Minimum are 2 favorites of those. I still need to get to Dural Minimum. My store's been out of stock every time. I heard Dark Steel's also good. I haven't tried Dark Steel. Sorry, we say aluminium. I guess the US way of pronouncing it is aluminum. can show you how that first go came out if you take links. Yeah, sure, definitely. Link away. Be very keen to see. Very cool. I'm checking it out now. Yeah, that came out great. Really cool. Like the amount of contrast you get in your minis. Very cool. Sorry, now I'm exploring the rest of your page. Very cool stuff. I like that stippling you did on that one Ogor. Very cool. Yeah, gotta love them green skins. Oh, anytime, man. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Not really looking like much yet. Just a lot of browns and greens and dull colors. Like I said, the magic's in the complementary red that will be added. At least that's the plan. Barrel guy on your page is so dope. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, he's from Malifaux. It's the Whiskey Golem. Really cool model. Yeah, really not been pretty bad at the last few years. I was pretty bad at keeping my Instagram up to date, and then yeah, the last few weeks I've been really focusing on getting more of my work up there as I finish it. I have a lot of older work I could put on, but then I look at it and I feel like, man, it's just not good enough. Yeah, Malifaux has some really cool stuff. If you look at their gremlins, the Bayou models, a lot of character. They're awesome. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the Lazarus was also like an early model of mine. First time I tried like any kind of weathering, not really weathering, but like the effect of chipping and battle damage. First time I ever tried it out, so that was a really fun one. have a lot of Malifaux I should actually photograph sometime, because yeah, painted so many crews that never ended up making it to my Instagram. Good shit, even if it's not orcs. Thanks. I'll get some orcs. The orcs are red. Definitely some orcs. And yeah, like I said, I have a lot of models I still need to photograph and actually start putting on there. Cool, excited to see him. Yeah, I'll be sure to maybe stream some of it if I mean, in terms of my Malifaux, there's a lot to paint as well, so start streaming those sets. Malifaux's got this cool new society called Explorer Society, and they have such cool models. I need to look into those more. Yeah, even just for like painting, they're really cool. They've got such cool themes. I mean, here you can see these are the cards, but you can see the kind of artwork they have. So this is like the six. This Jetsa, just kind of this undead explorer. She's got such a cool crew. I don't know these models here. They're in a box, but they're epic. Oh, Ashes painting. How are you doing? Busy with my Tyrant Ogre boy. I mean, a lot of what I paint is basically getting covered up, but yeah, that's where he's at. Sorry for being so late. No worries, no worries. Rather late than never. I was telling Celery earlier as well, like, I set up my camera this afternoon and the colors looked good, and then when I started streaming tonight, obviously with like my lighting changing, not having natural daylight coming in, my colors seem so weird. Good to see you painting. Thanks. Yeah, I'm enjoying this, and it's fun to paint my usual scale after that bust. Just needed something familiar again. How did your flute player, is that what the model's called, flute player, turn out? Sorry, I had to drop out of the stream early. Yeah, like, I don't have a whole ton of backlog, but a few of them are quite involved projects that will take a while. Then I'm always like, which gear guts model do I want to want next? That's how I felt today when I started this model. Now, like why am I painting like this? I don't normally paint like this. I was like, my wet blends are usually my quickest technique, and then I was just struggling. I was like making light areas dark, dark areas light. I was struggling. You know when you wet blend and then you end up just with like the same color after like mushing it all into one color. Not the brush size I wanted. That's better. Now you want to paint smaller stuff and me bigger stuff, just what we used to. Yeah, exactly. It's just what I've done the most, you know. I think that's what it comes down to, your comfort zone. Like after a daunting project, I'm just like, oh, I need something easy. And easy for me is the scale and kind of muted colors. Like a muted palette I can build up at the end, you know. How much of that do I actually see with the shoulder plate on? That's the question. Flip. Does that actually fit? At least this Ogre scale is not as small as the other Games Workshop models. Let me show you the size next to a Space Marine. So, you know, that's a Space Marine. You know, he's like about a head taller, so it's a bit more space. Yeah, here you can see this is what my Black Templars are looking like. These I just do tabletop standard basically. I was just like the black armor at first. Yeah, Ash, I was saying I don't really know what I should do with the back here, you know. Like I was thinking it could make a really cool like animal print, as if it's like the hide of something with stripes, like a tiger or something with spots, or some kind of made up Warhammer beast. Just wondering if that's a cool area to do something interesting. I don't know. Might leave it for last and see what can tie it in. Or for scale, a chili baby. They're just not the same anymore. Something happened to their molds. Look at that face. Went on PC now. Ah, oh, sweet. So did you miss my whole... Okay, you saw the chili baby scale. So where did you miss that? Yeah, Forge World chili baby for sure. That damn resin they use, whatever it's called, that fine cast. Man, I cannot stay in camera. I'm the worst at this. Don't know why I picked up my worst brush for this. It's actually the brush I use for metallics. You say work's been rough, man. Yeah, it's been quite hectic. Have like it's a really big job in terms of what we have to execute for it. It's just a really small budget. So that's what makes it so tough, you know, we don't have a lot of resources to make it happen. Yeah, so basically doing a shoot on Friday, so we have a lot to organize for that. And we usually have like a really hectic kind of November rush, so I'm hoping October is a bit more chilled. I'm thinking some of this metal bits needs to be this necro gold. You know, he's the Tyrant, he's the general. He needs some flashy metal bits. Don't know where though. I think this belly plate would be a cool place to do that. So maybe make the rim necro gold, the inside like a gunmetal, and these like actual bone horns. Yeah, running a bit out of steam now. Man, you slapped me with that bust. Job well done. Oh, thanks. Alright, man, the House Panthers are screaming for meat. Gotta get them fed off to bed. Glad Celery sent me away. Keep up the good work. Catch you again soon. Thanks so much for the follow, Erox, and for checking in and for keeping me company. Good luck with those orc boys. Yeah, well, Ash, thanks for motivating me to try out a bust. Like I never really looked at bust until I saw what you guys were doing. I got really interested. I mean, I've always been following, like, you know, the really big painters. You know, seeing what Roman Lapat does, and it's cool to see the local interest in like the bust painting. You know, locally it feels like people just paint their armies for Games Workshop models. So seeing you guys are doing it here got me really keen to try it out. So thanks for that. And for the little tips, much appreciated. Oh. Already I'm running out of energy here. I should paint the head. Got 11 busts painted. Well done. That is quite a feat. And you haven't even been painting that long. How long have you been painting? I do need your sound drops. That'll definitely keep me motivated. Almost 2 years in November. Yeah, dude, that's really impressive. Really, really impressive. Seems to be the case for most of the Wildstorm guys. You guys, for the short amount of time you've been painting, is mad. Like, I don't know how. What the secret is. I guess it's Rich's input and having the resources to, you know, fast track your learning, get exposed to the right tutorials and techniques early on. I don't know, but I'm really impressed with what I've seen from you guys. It's made me definitely feel like I need to step up my game. We're relentless to get good. Yeah, I think that's the thing, and that's how I'm looking at it as well. Time to get good. Definitely helps to have other people like around you that have the same like value of wanting to be really good at the painting side, you know. Yeah, one of you now officially I got welcomed into the inner circle now. Can you even see what the hell I'm painting? Ash, now I just need to make the move to the Cape, it seems. Where it's happening. Actually coming down to Cape Town in November. Leo and salary has been a big push to keep improving. Well, you have my number, just call and we can go grab a beer, man. For sure, definitely gonna do that. Yeah, going down for my wife's brother's wedding. But we're gonna be there for a few days. We'll make a plan. Gotta go see if I can meet up with Ryan as well. Check out the store. Never seen Pandemonium in person, so it'll be cool to check out. Oop. Gotta push more highlights on the pants. What do you think? More highlights, more highlights. More, don't be like me. What are you talking about? Your highlights and your contrast is ace. I always feel like I'm like pushing highlights, and then I look at it and I'm like, this looks flat. This looks like the exact same color as my base tone. It's so hard. Let me try and mix a good color for that. Where Celery's great. He really pushes those highlights. I'm trying to see if I can work some kind of cloth texture in here. Some kind of cotton texture. Nah, not great. Because something I still want to practice and get good at is making my brush strokes count more. You know, I feel like the really good guys they do like one defined brush stroke. It's very clear. That looks amazing. Doesn't look like a sloppy brush stroke. Looks intended and good. Yeah, I don't like what I did there on the thigh. Dropped my lappy. Yeah, I tend to over smooth to mush and lose contrast. I do exactly the same. I feel like I go back and forth too much and then you end up with, like you say, a mush, not defined texture and brush strokes. It's tricky. We'll get there, we'll get there. Just gotta paint more. looking weird on camera, but I don't know. It's also maybe the kind of thing that I'll have to look at tomorrow in different lighting and see how I feel about it. What I actually want to do, maybe I should do some stripes on the pants, just give it something interesting. Pinstripe. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, I have some ivory on my palette here. What are you suggesting? Where's my ivory? You can see how shy I am of like a really bright highlight. Oh, my back is killing me. Yeah, I'll sort it out. I didn't know how to load a LUT properly, and Celery told me that I need to convert a LUT into a PNG, which I didn't know. So I think that'll help a lot to get it looking better. I still don't have a bouncy ball. I have a bouncy ball in the garden. My wife's the Ogor ball that my son now uses as one of his many play balls. Cool. I'm liking the skin tone on this a lot. I wanted that like kind of cold, brutal skin tone. Almost dirty pale, is that a thing? But then I put the head on and I cover that nice chest area up. Let me actually get a, if I take this, I mean this is white. You can see there's a tinge yellow. My lights are also too yellow, I notice now. I think I need to get some new proper. When I bought these, I thought they were proper like daylight bulbs, but they do feel a bit yellow. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'll carry on with this next time. Made some progress. It's getting there. Definitely playing a lot slower on on the stream. Thanks Ash, you too. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate the support. I'll catch you on the Discord. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can stream again on Monday next week. If I can find a second day in the week now already, that's convenient. I'll totally do that. Cool, man. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.